whitening treatment video on Lee Waddell's mask. This is Lee Waddell's Poly Shroud Small Dot Gen 1, and he asked me to clean it up for him. So here I have some things that I use whenever I do my whitening treatments. What I have here is Pronto 100% pure acetone. I use this in a couple of Q-tips. I'm gonna see if I can remove this with the acetone. I'm not 100% sure if this is a surface stain that can be removed, or if this is something that a whitening treatment is going to have to take care of, and hopefully I can get that out. Not all stains want to budge. It depends on how far they've sunk into the vinyl. I know that at the very least we can definitely lighten it up if it is very deep within the mask itself. This is peroxide gel, and it's called 40 volume. I like to mix 5 parts of this, I'm talking teaspoons, 5-to-1 ratio. And this is OxiClean maxforce stain remover laundry detergent spray. My little brush, 3M painter's tape. A lot of people say you don't have to worry about taping up the paint in the mouth or the nose or whatever, but a lot of this is prep work, so I tape everything off because why wouldn't you want to be careful? I'm gonna actually put my gloves on. This acetone will burn your hands so bad if you get it on your skin. It's the same with the peroxide gel. I'm just gonna move everything else out of frame except for what I'm gonna be using right now. I got a little mixing bowl. I also got some saran wrap. I'm going to just pour a little bit into the cap here, and I'm just going to take it and saturate the Q-tip here. See if this will lift this stain here. And we'll remove this. We'll try to. And it looks like this is going to be a stain that's actually set itself in the vinyl, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping that the whitening treatment will actually take this out. While you have this out, you can just kind of go and touch up any little spots. We had one above the eye here that took that out. You can go ahead on Amazon and get that stuff. It removes paint like that. Bring this. I'm going to shake it up real good and just protect, because it's going to be sitting under UV light. I like to tape up the shroud and tuck everything in so that nothing is being overexposed to the UV light that you're about to set it under. These masks will sometimes be, I've cooked them anywhere from 4 hours to 30 hours. Really just depends on the mask. If you're going to be doing long treatments on the mask, you want better results, do multiple treatments and in between the treatments, let the mask rest for a couple of days to a week. So I just have my little teaspoon here, and I'm just going to put 5 of these in here. I'll go ahead and just do one of those. The reason for the saran wrap is because when you have this stuff sitting in a hot box like what I've made, I just took a cardboard box and I wrapped it up in tin foil on the inside so that it reflects the UV light off of every angle, so that way you're getting the sides, anything that's shadowed. Hopefully you're getting as much of that UV on there as possible to help whiten your mask. It gets hot in the box. It will cause this to dry on the surface of the mask, doing absolutely nothing for you. If you cover it in either saran wrap, that will help keep it moist because it's sticking to the surface. That way you don't have to go in as many times, because before I was going in every 30 minutes and reapplying this stuff, and it just gets caked on. This way you can, you can cut it down easily in half. I like to check on my mask quite often, and I never leave the house. So now that this is happening, I probably won't be leaving the house for the next 2 days. Dabble a little bit here, and you literally just paint it all over the mask. I like to put a little bit of extra coat, I guess, on top of the areas where I really want the stains and stuff to lift up. And you just take your time and just gently apply. I try to stay away from the edges if I can. Make sure that all surfaces of the mask are covered. I'm going to pull off some of this cling wrap or saran wrap, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to place it over the top. And that's going to help, like I said, keep this mixture from drying out so that it can do what it's supposed to be doing. Make sure that it's touching every area. I always like to bunch it up around the cheeks and eyes, and then I take this last bit and I wrap it around the mouth. Just like that. And then I'll take that and I'll actually put that in my UV box, check on it periodically. And yeah, like I said, probably every hour or so I'll go in and double check this. I'll pull the saran wrap off. I'll do another thin layer, put it back on there, and then stick it right back in the UV box that I have set up behind me. We are next day, and in 4 more hours, this will have been being baked for a complete 24 hours. Actually, quite white. The stain isn't coming out as much as I'd like. Give it 4 more hours and we'll see. So what I'm probably going to end up having to do, just concentrate the next treatment after a couple of days of rest on this. Concentrate the treatment just here because this has to get out of there. It's already cut down like maybe a third, so I'm a little worried that I won't be able to get it all the way out, but I'm definitely going to try. I just got the mask pulled out from under the UV light. It has now been baking for approximately 24 hours and it whitened up quite a bit. But what I did was I got to give it a wash now and then I'm going to let it rest for a while. The spot, which I'll show you guys, was cut in half about, but I'm going to have to go back in and just really hone in on this one spot and hopefully we can get that removed for Lee. I have 2 more than warm bowls of water. I got the laundry detergent and a scrub brush. So the peroxide gel, it will burn you. I accidentally got a little bit on my fingers when removing the saran wrap earlier on the inside of my finger and it was starting to burn. So always have the gloves with you. We'll pull the saran wrap off, take the tape off. So what I'm gonna do is move this out a frame for now and I'm going to start peeling this tape off. So now that I've got all the tape off, I'm going to soak it in some of this mixture here, just the laundry detergent, warm water, and I'm going to scrub all of the peroxide gel off the surface of the mask, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it another rinse in the second bowl. I'm going to go ahead and wash it in the sink because I don't want any of the peroxide gel that is still on the mask to sit on that shroud. And even though it's a poly shroud, you know, it's not supposed to stain. I'm just extremely, extremely careful. All right, let's bring this out. I'm going to bring in the next bucket here. This mask got quite white. I'm actually pretty happy with the results. The only thing that I'm gonna have to work on is this stain right here. I was really hoping that it would lift more than it did. All right, and then like I said, I'll go ahead and give this another rinse in my sink back here behind me. Give it a couple of days to rest, and then I'll go back at it on this one spot right here on the cheek and hope that we can take this out entirely. I want this to look as good as it can possibly look. You just lay it out how you want it and let it dry. All right, so I hope that this whitening video helped you guys. I'm not going to do another video on just me honing in on this one spot here. The process is exactly the same. I hope that you guys were able to, you know, learn something so you guys can do this to your masks at the house. And of course, feel free to comment any questions that you might have. I'll try my best to answer them. And yeah, so the next video we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do a shaping because Lee said that he wanted this bump in the eye gone. And I'm going to fix the forehead because he's dented in a little bit. Probably do the protectant that I put on it as well as tagging all in one video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please give me a like, subscribe, screamfan_1990. Give me a follow on Instagram. I'm doing stuff like this. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I do it still periodically. Every once in a while I'll get a new mask and I'll post about it. I should be receiving a box from the UK here hopefully sometime soon. But until then, you guys, stay tuned for this last video and we'll catch you guys later.